Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sinumatic, and I'm currently recording to no video, so hopefully I can figure out a way to piece all this together into a video. Um, just sitting around thinking, I just got home and I thought there's some stuff that I want to kind of talk about, point out, whatever like that. And I'm not going to claim that everything that I'm telling you is like 100% accurate, but I will provide you with links to stuff to let you read for yourself if you are interested in by what you hear. Haven't done anything really on any kind of serious note lately, so that's why it's like, stuff was churning in my head, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to come out and do something a little more serious, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, maybe learn something, I don't know, maybe it inspires you to go learn something. First thing I want to touch on is, rest in peace Steve Jobs. I've seen it all over Twitter, and, he was a great guy, he did great things for technology and for, the human race in general for technology, and that's all great. But also yesterday, a guy named Fred Shuttlesworth died at the age of 89, and it was pretty much overlooked by the mass majority. And the reason I bring this up is because he was a civil rights leader, and he was pretty big in the civil rights movement as far as I know. And I mean, I don't know, like, to me that's a pretty important thing to be known for, and then not to really be recognized by most of the people, at least that I know, that I keep up with on the internet and around the world and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to link, like I said, I'm going to link all this stuff in there in case you want to know more information about any of it. Some other stuff that I was looking at, I was on the CNN Freedom Project, and they were talking about modern day slavery. And, I'm actually kind of wanting to look into this more myself. They're talking about, are you a slavery-free consumer? And, most of us would probably think, I mean, even me, like, the only thing that pops into my head is diamonds. I know that there's still diamond mines going on where they have slaves that mine the diamonds, and we buy them in America every day, and no one knows whether you're buying a diamond that was got legally or through slavery. But it's a lot more than that. I've actually seen documentaries on how Walmart actually, and I'm not going to say that they have slaves, but, the conditions that Walmart has, some of the factories that they have around the world where these people make the products that we buy, or, get them ready to be shipped from other countries, things like that. Something you can look into. I don't have links on that. I can try to get you some if you're interested in that kind of stuff, but what I'm saying is, like, the slavery of today that they're talking about is some of these third world countries have, actual slaves, as we know what slaves are, that make stuff that make our t-shirts, our shoes, all that kind of stuff. So, that $200 pair of Nikes you might be wearing might have been made by some slave in another country that he probably didn't even get paid anything for. He does it because he's a slave, and, most of them live in little shitty, like, huts and stuff like that. So it's not like they're getting anything out of this at all. But that's just something to think about, guys, because, you never know what you're buying these days, where it's coming from, and it's crazy because a lot of this stuff that we buy is just jacked up. Like, just for instance, real quick, before I hop on to another subject, my buddy worked at Guitar Center, and I wanted some monitor speakers for my home studio. And they were, I think, $480 or something like that. But he had told me, since he worked there, he got them at cost, which is what the actual store pays for them. And he could get them for me for $75. So that $480 pair of speakers that I would have bought, he could get for $75. That's just a little bit to let you know how much inflation there is on the products that we're buying. I don't know, anything that you guys are interested in, I can try to get more information and actually go more in depth on. I'm just going through here looking at stuff, and, it just really, like, struck me because, and I'm not going to say anybody's in the wrong for this, because I do this all the time. Like, a lot of us, we focus on our own life, and we really don't pay attention to what else is going on around the world. And a lot of the stuff that's going on around the world might not directly affect us, but there are some things that do affect us. Another thing that's been bothering me really bad lately, and I really want to start looking more into it, but the only reason I don't look into a lot of this stuff is because I don't want to be uh, I don't want to be brought down, like my mood. I don't want to be in like a bad mood all day, or worried all day by what I'm reading. Um, but a major issue in America right now that I think a lot of people don't realize is we are screwed, literally screwed financially. Our economy is terrible right now, and a lot of people wouldn't even notice it. I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm struggling every day, but I still come up with that $60 to go buy a game, or I still go out to eat or do whatever. But when it comes down to it, I'm not even gonna look up the total right now. But we're trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. I don't think we'll ever pay that off, and I don't know what's gonna happen with it. I mean, it could be really bad. I mean, if people said, "Hey, we want our damn money," we'd be screwed. I mean, I don't even know what we do about it. I have no clue. But we spend a lot of money. We spend a lot of money occupying other countries, like military bases in other countries and stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever. But I mean, I know that we don't have all this money to pay back, so we need to start looking into what the government. I'm not talking about what your mom and dad spend their money on. I mean, that's all a personal thing. You want to watch what your mom and dad want to watch what they spend. You want to watch what you spend to try to protect yourself from being in debt. But as in the world being in debt, this is a government issue. And I think we really need to look into, like, what is the government spending our money on? I mean, where is all the money going? There's a lot of big issues that need to be looked into with that. And a lot of you guys are younger, and you might think, I don't want to fucking hear about this shit. But one of the reasons that I'm bringing this up is the younger generation. You guys are the ones that are going to get screwed the most. You are also the guys that are coming of age, becoming adults, and you're going to be the new force in the world, like working class all the way up to the business class and all of that. So you might be the ones that can start turning things around. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It might be your kids that end up having to try to, handle this big problem. But there is a big problem. It's not getting any better. And I really think that we got to really start digging in and trying to figure out what we can do to make the situation better. Couple of the little things that have been, on my mind. The war. I mean, you don't hear a lot of talks about it. I mean, I haven't watched the news, so maybe it's on the news every day. I don't know. I don't hear much. I look at the news online sometimes and stuff. I don't hear a lot about the war anymore. But I know it's still going on. I just went and looked up that it is still going on, and it's like, man, are we ever going to end this war? Are we ever going to quit, occupying Afghanistan and try to, come back, bring all our troops back and do all that stuff? Because, I mean, honestly, I look at it like this. Ron Paul said this. Ron Paul said that, they're mad because we're over there occupying their country. That's where the main hostility is coming from now. But I also look at it like this, like, he stated something about it, about them coming over here. He said they've never, came over here as in brought, a whole war over here. They did the 9/11 thing or whatever. There's a lot of stuff flying around about that. I'm not going to go in depth in that. You can go watch my, you can go look up stuff on that if you have any doubts of that. But what I'm saying is that 9/11 says, 7 or 8, 9 people hijacked the planes, put them in the buildings. But that's 7 or 8, 10 people, whatever. And then they have their little cells or whatever. They call them terror cells. Little groups of people that are over here already. But as in war, they don't have an army over here invading America. And Ron Paul's thing was they don't have the ability to even do that. So we're doing nothing over there but, risking our fellow soldiers, citizens' lives by putting them over there. We're spending lots of money to keep them over there. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I just think that we should bring the troops home, protect the United States, and try to rebuild the problems that we have here in the United States, because we have a lot of problems in the United States that need to be fixed. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to end this commentary, maybe gather some more thoughts and things like that, and do another one of these soon. So just let me know what you guys think, if you're interested in hearing more stuff like this, if there's anything that you would like me to go research and talk about, and try to, you know, make it easier for you guys to learn some new stuff. And I don't know, leave me some comments, feedback, you know, suggestions, ask questions, anything in the comments. I'm going to try to get a few links in here to some of the stuff I talked about, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this and I can do some more of them. But I'm out. Peace.